could do it, but then I realized I could not, and so I resigned.
You killed me.
If you close your eyes, you might not even know who's commentating.
It's true. If someone just listened to this audio only, they would be like, wow, chess.com got like a really top tier new commentator. Beneath the armor.
We had a 2-move game. What did I say? I said at least one per round. Unbelievable. Resigns on move 2. No,
Yeah,
but
we saw this pattern.
And White took
White had not played Fisher Random before. I think, Tanya, it's safe to say.
And he took
they
his
had
time.
not played Fisher Random before.
He took his time. He took 25 seconds and still didn't see it. And you're losing an entire rook. You can't even get an exchange. Like, you can't even get the bishop. This insanity in Svein Gladura. Queen F3.
Ooh. I like it.
Gives a check on D5. I have no idea who's winning and why. Probably White.
Right.
White's got more mate threats than Black. Queen E7 maybe is forced. But
Rook on A7 is definitely not good.
If you want to be dirty, you can play Queen E7, Queen takes C7, and then Rook takes F8. No, he blundered mate in 1! Mate in 1! Mate in 1!
That's not good.
Do it.
I mean, surely White's thinking a while about it.
What is happening? Every time I say something, the opposite happens. How did White win this in 5 moves?
Was that a mating net that the Black King wove?
Well, first Black missed this move. Then Black just gave the pawn with check, and then Black walked into mate in 1. Yeah.
This is a beautiful mating net.
Let's see. BC has been played.
It's pretty oddball.
He's played it.
Why are we hanging White's rook to a pawn, everybody? Why is that our instinct? Well, because if we wait a move, if we don't threaten mate as White here, then Black might play a move like rook b8 next, or d2 check next. You know, it just has a feeling of the kind of position where either you're threatening mate or you're being mated.
Bishop b3 only move. Well, you don't need a silicon genius to tell you that. It's the only check available. But the key is to see that the king, like the right moment for queen takes f5. If you play it too early, you don't get enough pieces for the queen. So like if you play d2 king f2 and then queen f5, you actually allow White to take the rook on d8. And White gets some compensation for the minor piece.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to underpromote. Hold the alt button down. He's frantically disabling auto queen.
Yeah, queening on d1 would be abysmal here. And you're saying queen f5 before knighting the pawn.
No, knight first.
Would lead to queen d8 check.
Oh, yeah. Queen f5.
Right,
queen
but you're saying he should not play queen f5 here.
Yeah.
Because of queen d8. And then basically you have to play this endgame out with the extra knight. You do have the a pawn to try to win with.
And he does take. Maybe he was worried he would auto queen.
Yeah, either because he couldn't figure out the auto queening. He goes for this situation here, and now Black's hopes are basically pinned on that a pawn.
Yeah, and obviously this is a 3-result game. Like with 10 seconds, dark squares are weak. Queen a2! He blundered a bishop. Queen a2. And Bach will lose. No, he blundered mate. He blundered queen a7.
And what a mate.
Beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
And look at what he did. He went queen back to d2. He got to h6, faked him out.
c3 to d2.
To come to papa, boom.
Pawn takes e4, maybe knight d6 anyway. Pawn takes e4. There you go. See, he's more of a human than a computer.
Wow, who knew Peter Svidler? What a guy. I mean, now I would be thinking of all sorts of sacks.
Mm-hmm.
No, but this is over. I mean, Bortnik's going to like launch the avalanche here on the king side. Knight h6.
I mean, the problem is I was planning to maybe play knight d6 here to trade pieces after rook e4. And then it appears that maybe rook takes e6 is powerful.
Or even, knight takes h6 first and then rook e6 and queen g6.
Mm-hmm.
I would check queen.
Trying to do something pretty similar.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
I was thinking of rook e6, f e6, and then playing knight g7, but maybe bishop f6 keeps the game going a little bit with that move order versus your knight h6 first.
Great point. Yep. Well spotted by
Okay, so he
Bortnick
goes
and
this way,
Foma.
and that looks precise.
Overpowered. Bortnick, 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
What a combination.
Boom.
I'll just show the rest.
20
There's
moves.
Many ways to win here, but the easiest is just to pick up the queen like this.
Mm-hmm.
A Botes Gambit in its purest form. Yali Sokolovsky is a GM. Oh, no, he didn't just do that. And he blundered this. This wasn't a mouse slip, clearly.
Right.
Like he wasn't intending to play queen a3, right? Demolition. And look at this beautiful knight sack to set up the attack in the middle game.
Ooh.
And all the pieces just beautifully coordinating.
Nice pattern.
That knight get. Oh, look at that maneuver. Queen d1, rook f1 is winning.
Breaking down the blockade for the e pawn. So, if he can't win with just pieces, he could always play e7. And the bishop on f8 is defending the mate on
rook
g7
f8.
as
It's
well.
made in 3.
It stops doing it for a moment. Yeah.
You know what's funny, David? You can hang your queen and it's a draw. Like the knight alone is able to deliver perpetual. Like how often do you see that?
Yeah, almost never. But this is what I would do: is develop my rook.
Like you could go like this and it's still a draw. Like this could happen. Just pointing that out.
Yes.
Pointing that out.
Yeah. So he plays rook a5 because he knows that against rook d2, the only way
Queen
to
G3.
defend f2 is rook h2.
Queen g3 was winning on the spot.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, I'm sharp ever since the World Blitz. I feel like I've been in overdrive tactically. Rook e2 now and knight f3.
Yeah. I thought he was going to play rook e2, knight f3. But he sees this.
Do chess players do masters have a better pattern recognition or memory, or is it related to the position on the board has to make sense for memory to kick in? So they gave